right, guys, welcome back to a special edition episode of Something Super Podcast. I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is going to be our second drop for the week, just in preparation for WandaVision's final episode, which we will go deep into after that. That's probably going to be our episode next week. But for right now, we just wanted to give a couple quick last-minute fan theories for the finale. I'm super excited. I know, Mark, you're very excited. And obviously, Jay couldn't be here because he's still dead. Just kidding. But we love him. So Mark, I know you had some of the big fan theories that you've posted on our social media accounts. What is your thought on the finale?
Now, for me personally, I'm just super excited. I feel like it's really going to be action packed. We're going to get a lot of build up, and I guarantee it ends on a cliffhanger because Marvel.
Sure.
And there's just a couple things. So doing a little bit of research on my own and watching different ins and outs. I actually rewatched the episode myself the other night, and there's something that I picked up on that I don't think anybody else has yet. And if they have, please, go to our social media accounts at Something Super on Instagram or at Something Super Podcast on Facebook. Let me know if somebody else that have heard of this. But there was one scene that stuck out to me. Because me and my fiance recently just did a watch through the X-Men series. She hadn't seen any of them, so it's fresh in my mind. So when Wanda is doing her flashbacks, and she's in the flashback in the bedroom under the bed with Pietro staring at the bomb, right before Agatha pulls her out, she starts to kind of extend her arm out. And that's when Agatha explains that she used her first spell. For those of you that are X-Men fan and have watched either, I believe it's the first X-Men movie, and I think it was First Class that dives deeper into what happened.
I believe so.
You get the glimpse of Magneto being held back by the German guards in the same pose with the one arm extended the first time that he actually uses his powers as well. So I don't know if that was coincidence or there's supposed to be a big cameo in the next episode. Steve, I know you said that you think it might be Doctor Strange.
Very well.
I'm wondering if they're laying the groundwork for Magneto. We already know Pietro, well, some kind of Pietro's there, Fietro. You got Wanda, and you know that they are Eric Lechner, Magneto's children. Now, the fact that Wanda had her powers prior to being exposed to the stone by Hydra, that seeds it. It's over. Mutants are in the MCU now. They're not just altered beings, they are mutants with the mutant gene. So that means that somewhere in that universe, you would have to have Charles Xavier, Wolverine, Magneto. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some big altercation where she's trying to save the children, and here comes Magneto to save his family. And that's the way that they're going to lead into the multiverse of MCU, and then eventually lead into X-Men movies and all that good stuff.
So I love that theory. I would be super excited to see Magneto brought into this. Obviously, we had the fan theory that bringing the X-Men version of Pietro into this was the link to the X-Men multiverse aspect of it, obviously, since Disney owns Fox now. But I think a big thing, and again, I said Doctor Strange strictly because Wanda ties directly into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, her being a Nexus being, obviously that sort of ties into the last episode's commercial. She is the same across all timelines, very much like Doctor Strange. And I want to say Agatha, I believe, would be a Nexus being as well. And in our brief conversation last night about magic in the MCU and its relation to the color of the magic, we see Doctor Strange has the orange magic, Wanda's got red, Agatha's got purple, Loki's is a greenish color. So the things that we took away from that was each one of those colors is the same color as an Infinity Stone. In order for Doctor Strange to tap into the orange magic that he uses, he taps directly into his soul. Loki, and you made this reference last night, is a time cop now in the Loki series. So again, time magic. Wanda's is reality altering magic. That's red. Agatha is super powerful, purple. I want to see other Infinity Stones being used as sources of magic, and that's how magic actually works in the MCU. I did a bunch of research on that. It pulls from other dimensions and it pulls from large power sources. So large power sources, other dimensions, we're talking Infinity Stones.
No, yeah. And I mean, for me personally, I know obviously, like, I don't know how they're going to adapt it, but in the comics, like, the Infinity Stones only work in their universe. Like, you can't take them to other universes and make them work. So the reason why it worked in Endgame is they were time traveling within the same universe.
Sure.
So I'm just curious to see, because obviously Thanos destroyed the stones, but now we see that Wanda, when she got exposed to it by Hydra, it kind of planted like a sleeper cell in her to kind of live on. So I'm wondering if the stone knew what was going to happen and implanted itself and trusted itself with Wanda. So now the question is, why did it choose Wanda? And that's what I'm hoping to get an explanation for.
I also, and again, this is just me because I got to be picky. Why is it that the Mind Stone, which is yellow, give Wanda reality altering red powers?
So I would have to double check, but I know in the MCU, like the movies, they did change the color of, I think, one or two of the stones because they were too alike in the comics.
Okay.
So I know like one's actually yellow, but I don't think it's supposed to be, or it's something along those lines. I'm double checking.
I mean, and again, I'm being nitpicky and just being an asshole at that point. But no, again, it would be a big reveal regardless whoever they bring in. I'm curious if they do bring Magneto in, who they would cast. Because again, at this point, due to the fact that Wanda is in her 30s, Magneto would have to be significantly older, so it couldn't be the younger Michael Fassbender Magneto.
Right, and I mean, I would love to see an Ian McKellen cameo, even if it's just for a couple seconds. But just to backtrack really quick, so in the comics, the Mind Stone is actually red.
Okay, so yeah, all right, never mind. That makes so much more sense.
So the Mind Stone's red, Reality Gem is orange, Power is yellow, Space is still green, Time is blue, and Soul is purple. So what they did was they just switched the colors with the different names. So they're all named the same thing and they're all the actual colors. They're just not the correct colors.
That's fair. Well, fuck them, because Wanda's the only one that's got red, and then everyone else's that I just gave you made sense.
Right. So in the comics, she has red power, which they adapted, which makes sense because in the comics,
the Reality Stone's red. But in the comics, none of the other ones make sense to my other theories. God damn it. All right, whatever. Fuck you, Marvel.
Well, in the MCU, they do. So
yeah, exactly. But I want to see what other beings in the galaxy or the universes, whatever, the multiverse, have the same powers, but like, the other colors. So, I want a blue. I want the yellow. I want to see all of those people fight at the same time, creating an universe-altering event similar to Thanos' snap. I know this is probably never going to happen, but God, would I love it.
I mean, it wouldn't be too far-fetched, because if they are going to bring in the multiverse, they're going to have to find a way to either, one, they're just going to have an unlimited supply to pull from, because they could literally just be like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is dead on this Earth. Well, that's actually Earth 1. Now he's on Earth 7,865.
Well, I mean, RDJ did say he's willing to come back for an Iron Man cameo. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, and I mean, I've heard rumors, too, that he might be coming back, I would assume, for the multiverse, because Tony Stark may not be dead in other universes. So they could easily pull a cameo in the Doctor Strange movie where, maybe we get Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. makes a return. Maybe we see another Chris Evans as maybe Hydra Cap, like we theorized way back, or something.
That would be beautiful.
So like they can play with it, or they could go the CW, the Arrowverse way, and they have this crazy cataclysmic event that destroys all the other multiverses and kind of takes what you need and leaves them all on the same Earth.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Earth Prime. I'd like to see that too. But at the same time, again, we're not going to drag Robert Downey Jr. through the mud for the next million years as Iron Man. I'm cool with him passing the mantle. I'm okay with him making small cameos in maybe Spider-Man or another Avengers movie, or just referencing the dude. I mean, Christ, he is Tony Stark
Yeah.
forever.
I mean,
So
all this could easily just lead into, the next Spider-Man movie. Now the question is, where is that going to take place? Because we already know the second one takes place, I think it's a year and a half or 2 years after WandaVision. Because it's 2 years after Endgame, right?
yes.
So WandaVision takes place like a month later from Endgame. So we already have Mysterio, who said he was from another dimension. So maybe we will get these other characters. I mean, Doc Ock's supposed to be coming back.
Bring the Sinister Six.
And that's where I'm wondering if that's how they're going to piece the Sinister Six together. So they would be the Sinister Six, but they wouldn't all be from the same world. They maybe like
actually awesome. Just
right.
the concept of it, because each one of them has dealt with a different version of Spider-Man. So they all have different theories on how they want to kill him.
And it would kind of keep, I mean, I know they expose his identity, but it would keep his identity from them kind of hidden, because they might be different. You might have Peter Parker, you might have a Miles Morales who's supposed to be coming in.
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, like you got Spider-Gwen.
Ben. Spider-Ben.
Spider-Ben. There's the pig.
Peter Porker.
Spider-Pig. Spider-Pig. But
that would be awesome.
But like, I doubt we'll get those characters, but they could be the Spider-Man of those villains' universes.
Sure.
But they're obviously setting up Wanda to be, the next. I don't know if she's going to be the big bad, or if she's kind of helping bring the big bad to life.
I think she's going to be the catalyst for a big bad. I don't think she's going to be a big bad. Also, huge shout out to the new Wanda costume. The first time they dropped the term Scarlet Witch in the MCU. Thank you, Agatha, for that literal last second cliffhanger.
Dude, I got chills when she said it, because I thought it was going to happen in Endgame, and then it didn't. And I was like, okay. But no, I mean, I'm amped for the finale, and like you said, we're going to do a full breakdown. So stay tuned for that, guys. Don't worry, we're definitely going to be diving in, and we're going to be getting to the nitty gritty of this week's finale episode. It's supposed to be 50 minutes long, and I'm guaranteeing I'm going to have a smile on my face the entire time.
Yes, be prepared for like an hour-long plus episode of that, because we are just going to deep dive. We got a couple episodes to cover. I think we've covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 episodes.
I believe.
No. We just did 5. So we got 6 through 9 that we got to cover. And obviously just our total reactions to episode 9 and the finale, the wrap up. They're probably not going to have a season 2, and that's okay. I'm hoping that she gets to keep her children. White Vision. I'm just blown away. Also, just a quick reference to the real world. I was scrolling through our social media, and one of our followers had posted something about the White Vision, like West Coast Avengers comic. They're going for like $1,400 on eBay right now. Can we just talk about how absolutely ridiculous that is? Like, it was a $5 comic. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, there are comics that used like way back were like 5 cents, and now they're worth like 20 grand. Like,
but that's this comic wasn't big until they released White Vision. So like nobody gave a shit, and now everyone's like, oh fuck, I got that comic somewhere. I'm gonna go sell that for $1,400. You're insane. Oh, yeah. I put a bid in for $15 for one of them. I was like, I'm not paying more than that. I can't justify more than $15. It's a comic that I don't even necessarily want it for my collection. I guess I wanted to say I could have it and maybe give it away later, like on a giveaway. I don't know. I thought it would be cool, but yeah. Speaking of giveaways, guys, please check out our Instagram if you're on there, Facebook group if you're on there. We're going to be doing a giveaway because we just hit 100 followers on each. Now we're a little bit past on both of them, but give our social medias a follow, give us some likes, some shares. Get our name out there, give us a listen. We would love to have you guys come hang out with us for a little bit and let us know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just keep an eye out for the big news. We'll make sure that we're definitely posting on there. Again, Facebook's at Something Super Podcast. Same with Instagram. Feel free to reach out, follow us. Let us know your guys' theories. We would be really interested to see if you guys have been agreeing with us, if you guys have been disagreeing with us, and if so, like post your theories. We'll talk about them. We'll give you guys a shout out, see who thinks what, and go from there.
If someone can accurately predict the final episode of WandaVision, I don't even. I'll Venmo you $100. I don't even know. I think that's where we're at right now. I think we really just wanted to cover, a couple quick predictions for the final episode, give you guys a couple quick updates on things that are going on with us. This is our, special second episode for the week. So, thank you guys again so much for listening. Like Mark said, check us out on social media at Something Super Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram, Something Super Podcast at gmail.com. If you guys want to shoot us an email, let us know what you think. Please leave us a 5-star review if you love us on Apple Podcasts. Write something nice or not. I don't really care. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for listening to our very special episode. I'm Steve.
I'm Mark.
And we will see you guys in a week.